Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be learning loops. So in the last class I have shown how to use while loop. So today we will be seeing how to use pre-increment and post-increment operator inside a while loop. Okay. So in this program, while I less than 10, it will print this line and return 0. What does this mean? I first I will check the condition whether it is less than 10. If the condition is true, then the value of I will be incremented. If I is 0, suppose I is 0, first to check that 0 is less than 10, then it will increment the value of I to 1. But in pre-increment operator, what will happen? First, the value of I will be incremented and then it will check whether it is less than 10. If let's say value of I is 5, then in pre-increment the value of I will become 6 and then it will check whether it is less than 10. If the condition satisfies, then the inside the body of the loop will be executed. So this is the difference between pre-increment and post-increment operator inside the condition of the while loop. Okay. So next we will be seeing how to use for loop. So we know that a for loop has three parts. First, the initialization part in I equal to 0. Okay. Then the comparison part, if I is less or equal to something, then the increment part I plus plus. But in while loop, how we have seen? First we have declared a counter variable. Okay. We have then initialized the counter variable to 1. Okay. Then in the while loop we have written the comparison part while count. Okay. Less or equal to 10. Then the body of the loop. Then count equal to count plus 1. Okay. So it was divided into initialization part, comparison checking part, then the increment part. Okay. But in for loop, all the trees are written in the same line. Now we will see multiple initialization of for loop. Suppose previously we have seen for int I equal to 0, I less or equal to 10, I plus plus. So one initialization. Okay, there is initialization of one variable inside the for loop. Okay, but we can multiple variables we can initialize. Okay, like I equal to 1, j equal to 2. This is the initialization part. So we can initialize two variables also. So now this is the comparison part. Well, while j for j less or equal to 10 and this is the AND logical AND operator. These two condition has to be true. I less or equal to 15. Okay, AND operator means here both the condition has to be true. So this is the increment part, j plus plus and I will be I plus 2. Okay, so initialization part, compare part, increment part. So we can initialize two variables, also compare two variables and increment two variables in for loop. So this is called multiple initialization of for loop. Okay. So next, how to use a do while loop. So do this thing while the condition is true. So do something, okay, while some condition is true. This means, let us understand it by a simple example. So here, suppose this is a simple program, do printf eat your food. Okay. Do this thing means do print this thing. How many times? While I is less or equal to 10. Suppose we have initialized I to, okay, we have initialized I to 1. Okay, so then I plus plus. Here we will increment the value of I in I equal to I plus 1. Okay. So till I is, until and unless the value of I is less or equal to 10, this thing will be printed. As soon as the value of I will exceed 10, then this loop will break. Okay. But sometimes what happens, so what is the difference between while and do while? Since both of them does the same thing, so main difference between while and do while is that in do while, even if the condition is false, means 4 less than 1, okay, this condition is totally false, then also in do while this line will be executed. Okay, supposing here main function do this thing, means print this thing on your output screen while 4 is less than 1. Okay, we know that this condition is false, but then also this printf, since the execution of this line will come before checking the condition, so this line will be executed at least once. But in while loop, if we have written 4 less than 1, while 4 less than 1, printf, okay, eat your lunch. Okay, here what will happen? This line will not be executed even for one time, because in first time only the condition is false. But in do while, at least this line, even if the condition is false, this line will be executed for one time. Okay. Okay. So now, break statements. How we will use break statement? Let's say we will write one program. Okay. Okay. In plain. Okay. So we will take two variables I and j. Okay. So for I equal to 0. Okay. I less than equal to 100. I plus plus. Okay. Again inside this for loop we will take another for loop. Okay. For j less or equal to 200. J plus plus. Okay. Now inside this for loop we will see check if j equals to, okay, if j equal 150. Okay. What we will do? Break. We will break the loop. Okay. Then we will come outside of the loop. Printf j loop is complete. Okay. Then this will close the body of the for loop, and then execution will pass to this for loop. That is the first for loop. Okay. So for I equal to 0, okay, I less than 100, I plus plus, then it will enter inside this loop. Here j equal to 0, so I and j are two variables. Okay. First we have initialized both of them to 0, 0. Then these conditions of both of them are satisfied. Now this loop will be executed. Okay. If this one is in, then break. Else printf. Okay. Else this part. So if j is in, this part will not be executed for how many times? Until the value is 140. Okay. It will print j loop is executed. J loop is executed. Okay. J loop is again executing. Okay. Because it will not go to the if part, because j is how much? 1 up to from 0 to 140. This j loop will be executed. As soon as the value of j will be 150, then it will hit this break. Okay. This break statement, and then it will come out of this for loop. Then the execution will pass to the I for first for loop. Okay. So this is how we use break statement. Okay. Okay. Now we will learn what is continuous statement. Okay. Continuous statement. When continuous statement is used. Okay. In this program, what happens? For I equal to 0 or for I equal to 1, I less or equal to 2, I plus plus. Okay. We have taken the value of I in the memory as 1. Okay. Now initialize the value of I as 1. Now j, we have initialized the value of j also 1. Okay. Now this continue statement will do. We have written continue over here. So what will it do? Okay, for the first time when I equal to 1, j also equal to 1. If I equal to j, in this condition, yes, this is true, I equal to j, continue. When this instruction, the compiler will hit this statement, this instruction, then the control will pass to the beginning of the for loop. Now the value of I will be 2. Okay, it will not execute this line. When it will hit this continue keyword, without executing this next line, the control will pass to the beginning of the for loop. Okay, now value of j plus, since j plus plus the value of j got implemented. Okay, now 2 equal to 2, yes. Now I equal to j, no, the value of I and j is false. So this condition will not satisfy. Okay, this if condition will, this continue line statement will not be executed, then the control will pass to this line, period, value of I and j. So in the output string, you will see the value of I and j is 1 and 2. Okay, so now this for loop will be, the execution of this for loop will be closed and the control will pass to the first for loop. Okay, now value of I got I plus plus, so value of I got implemented to 2. Okay, now since the control came out from the j loop. Okay, so it went to the I first for loop, so the value of this one will be, since it has came out of this second for loop, so value of j will be 0, so I will be 2. Okay, for I, okay, 2, I less or equal to 2, yes, it is equal to 2, then control will be passed to the second for loop. Now for j equal to 1, oh sorry, it will get initialized to the beginning of the value, not 0, since j value was 1, so it will get initialized to 1. Okay, for j equal to 1, okay, yes, 1 is less or equal to 2, I equal to j, is I equal to j? No, this line will again not be executed, so the control will pass to this line, period, the value of I and j will be ended. So in the output stream, first output will be printed as 1 and 2, second it will be 2 and 1. Okay, now what the continue statement did? What continue statement does is that it passes the control to the beginning of the for loop. Okay, to the beginning of the loop inside which it is written. Okay, then without executing the next line, the control passes to the beginning of the loop. Okay, here as soon as I and j became equal, though the control went to the beginning of the j loop, value of j got implemented to 2, then again it broke the loop and came out of the loop, and it again repeated the first loop. Okay, first where I equal to 1. So the result is 1 to 2, 1. Okay, next we will see, we will learn what is OR loop. Okay, we will understand what is OR loop. Sometimes how many times the loop needs to be executed is unknown to the user. Okay, so we will ask the user, do you want to continue the loop? If yes, then if the user enters yes, then the loop will again be executed. If the user enters no, then it will break the loop. Okay, so let us see an example of this OR loop. Suppose this is a program for calculating the square of the number. Okay, with me. So to calculate the square of a number, definitely we need a variable. Okay, integer type variable. So we will need another character type variable, so that the user when enters yes or no, whether he wants to continue the loop, so it will be of character type. Okay, so now this is the body of the main loop. Okay, oh, this is the body of the main loop. Okay, now we will ask the user to enter the number. Okay, enter the number whose square needs to be found. So we will scan out the number. Okay, we will scan out the number. Okay, now what we will do? We will use do loop here. Do this thing while some condition. Okay, we will find out therefore square of the number is num into num. Okay, num into num, and we will store it over here. We will put it here. Okay, so we are performing the square root of the number, or you can do like this. Okay, here num equal to num into num, and the value of square of the number is num. Okay, okay, we are printing the square of the number. Okay, do this thing. Okay, now how many times we will do? We'll ask the user. First we have, for the first time, if the user has entered the value of num as 2, okay, we are printing the value in the output string as 4. Okay, now again we will ask the user, do you want to continue? Okay, in the output string, do you want to continue? Okay, yes or no? Okay, we will ask the user. So we will take another variable. Here we will store yes or no. Okay, so the user can enter yes also, no also. But before that, what we have to do? We have to use f flush. F flush. Okay, we have to use f flush. STDIN. This is the memory for the output device. Okay, STDIN f flash. It will, if anything stored, sometimes what happens, if you repeatedly ask the user yes or no, sometimes the value of the previous yes or no can be stored in the memory. So in order to flush out the previous value that is stored in the memory, we have to use f flash. Okay, f flash STDIN. F flash STDIN will allow us to flush the any value stored here. Now scanf. Okay, since another is a character type variable, we will store this yn in this location. Okay, okay, here y also can be stored, and n also can be stored. Okay, do this thing while value of another is equal y. Okay, otherwise what will happen? While this thing is equal another, we will execute this loop. Okay, else return 0 and we will come out of the loop. Okay, so this is the odd loop. This is the odd loop in which we don't know how many times the loop will be executed, and we are asking the user, okay, he needs to continue the loop or wants to stop the loop. Okay, so this is the odd loop. So today we have learned what is a break statement, how break is used, what is odd loop, how continuous statement is used, okay, difference between do while and while, how for loops is used. Okay, so in the next chapter we will learn switch case. Until then, please like and share the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel to help my channel to grow as well as motivate me to make further videos.